TV, 65 years of firsts on Guam.
Hafa day and welcome to Weekend Edition. Guahu si Isaiah again, and thanks for tuning in. From public and electrical problems to leaking roofs of the Department of Corrections is in dire need of a new facility. Over the last several years, efforts have been underway for DOC to craft a master plan. As Tyler Matanani reports, the assessment phase has been completed and now they're moving on to finalize their plans.
Department of Corrections Deputy Director Robert Camacho and Major Anton Ugin are back on island after conducting tours of stateside prison facilities. The first stop was Franklin County, Ohio, where they toured a 3,000-bed prison under construction.
They're doing the same concept we are doing, basically a phased approach to the project. So phase 1 and 2 of their project hopefully will be done by next year.
The deputy and Ugin were joined by their consultant, Information to Energy. Together, they spent 3 days in Ohio.
We learned a lot. Some of the stuff we've already had on our plate and had ideas in our head of how we wanted our facility to look. And a lot of it just confirmed that we were kind of heading in the right direction.
Ugin says that part of the planning process for the Ohio facility was that they were able to visit 50 different jails. And although Guam doesn't have nearly as many facilities, they were able to gather significant insight from their visit. The trio also stopped by a 511-bed facility in Saginaw, Michigan that's been in operation for about a year.
It cost them about $30 million for that one, about $37 million. We even asked them, for example, now that it's operational and you designed it this way, what would you change if you had a chance to redesign your facility? And they gave us a lot of good advice.
The tour of the mainland facilities will help in the creation of a final master plan for the future DOC, which, according to Ugin, will be implemented in several phases over an 8-year period. As we reported, the legislature is currently working on a funding source. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Tyler Matanani.
Village mayors are planning to distribute all RISE applications to constituents who don't have access to computers. Although DRT is still working on the applications, the MCOG met with the agency to prepare for the rush. MCOG President and PD Mayor Jesse Alex says the paperwork should be easy to fill out.
There are no attachments to these applications. You do not need any other forms to attach to the application, whether it's in when you're submitting in person or online. So it's simply an application that you complete, sign, and submit. If it's an application online, just the submission itself is your certification and your signature, just as if you were going to submit any other tax document or tax information on the tax account.
Next week, some of the mayors and their staff will undergo training on how the applications will be completed and processed. The goal, he says, is for DRT to have the applications out before September 1st, so people who do not have access to a computer can submit them on the same day as online filers. As we reported, the governor's new All RISE program is on a first-in, first-out basis. Although she expanded the original program to now include GovGuam employees and retirees, the governor refuses to raise the $30 million cap for payouts. Despite the low turnout of students enrolled into the PATH program, the Guam Department of Education is planning to renew the project. Here's more. Guam's public school system has stepped up their efforts during the COVID-19 pandemic to assist families by providing students with MiFi devices since April of this year. The Guam Department of Education's Providing Access to Home, or PATH program, was developed to supply internet access to students who need it. While the program is offered to some 28,000 students attending all 41 GDOE schools, only 1,000 students are using the devices. About 1,000 personnel are utilizing the devices as well. According to GDOE Deputy Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction, Joe Sanchez, says the program can help 3,500 students. He said that they are encouraging students to join the program.
We've been reaching out to families, especially the ones who we think might be able to utilize the resource. We continue to do so, because the intent really is to, what happens is we really want to get to a point where when we close down or when either teachers or the students get sent home because of either contact tracing, or for some other reason, we want them to be able to just access their work or material online.
All students qualify for the program, and interested parents can pick up an application at their children's school.
Once they get approved, they send them they get like an approval code that we have here at Central as well, and they can bring their document to ITNE, which is our current vendor.
Although the participation rate is low, Sanchez says GDOE plans to extend the program.
We are still going to renew our contract. So we're putting it out to bid over the next few weeks to extend the project for another year in anticipation of more students, trying to jump on board.
If more assistance is needed, the department will procure more supplies. The program is financed through the Governor's Education Stabilization Fund. Meanwhile, if students need a laptop, they can also contact their schools to check out a device. The largest Guahan-specific survey, which examined Chamorro identity, community concerns, and thoughts about self-determination, wrapped up over the weekend. Here's more on what they've compiled so far. The 2021 Guahan survey focuses on those who identify as Chamorro and is interested in understanding Chamorro identity or concerns. The survey aims to have a community engaged and informed survey through partnerships, community capacity, and partnership for data-driven, evidence-based policy making, and a survey that amplified the diverse voices of the Chamorro community. The original goal was to survey at least 325 Chamorros residing on Guahan, but that has been surpassed by 775 individuals. In excitement, Kevin Lujan Lee, the co-principal investigator of the project, shared the success of the survey.
So we have nearly 1,100 respondents during this time, which is amazing to say, and it is all a testament to the fantastic work of the research assistants, to our field coordinators, to community members who believed in us and trusted us, and who promoted the survey and championed the survey in their own communities. So we actually exceeded the total number of respondents of the Native Hawaiian survey, which was 1,023.
The community report is still being worked on and is expected to be released by January of next year on their website at guamstudy.org.
And that community report will have summary statistics of all close-ended questions in the survey, and will have all responses anonymized to all open-ended questions in the survey. So if you took the survey, or you sat with your elder to take the survey, you'll be able to see those responses actually posted online in that report. Secondly, we're also committed to participating in conversations to translate these findings into accessible public education materials.
The second step now is to make sure that we also present the data to those communities in ways that is going to be meaningful to them. So at the academic level, at the grassroots level, in terms of holding maybe in-person outreach for the more the communities that aren't online, and as Arya said, public education on social media. So really just getting it out there in multiple ways so that it matters to people that took the survey especially.
Whether the researchers are looking to do this survey annually is still to be determined, according to Lee. Email guahansurvey@gmail.com for more details. A daughter of the Marianas is sparking a conversation online about multiracial identity with a social media campaign focused on uplifting diverse voices across the archipelago. Thomas Maglotnia has a sit-down with Guahan Joyner.
A common struggle is finding where we fit in terms of race and ethnicity. And I'm hoping that the name of the page gives off the message that you are perfectly fine just who you are.
Guahan Joyner is Japanese, African American, and grew up on Saipan, her background serving as motivation to launch I Am Me, a campaign on Instagram celebrating multi-ethnicity and elevating diverse voices.
I feel that it's important to find like your clan or your tribe, your group, and to have that sense of belonging today. And it's something, that mixed race people like myself struggle with.
That struggle leading into action as protests across the country brought race in America front and center in various Black Lives Matter actions. The graduate student in social work who lives in Puerto Rico says those conversations became personal and something she's now studying at Temple University. She isn't new to advocating for social causes. She ran a community campaign in 2015, instilling confidence and educating young girls as Miss Northern Mariana Islands, and also worked as a crisis counselor. The page features intimate stories from people with multi-ethnic identities. It comes at a time when the U.S. Census reports that people who identified as multiracial grew from 9 million in 2010 to 33.8 million this year.
Because back home, I didn't really, race didn't seem to be such an issue. I just felt accepted. I just felt like that was my community and I was part of Saipan. Because I wasn't, of indigenous Chamorro or Carolinian ancestry, they still accepted me. It wasn't until I mean, I still don't live within the continental US, but my school, the main campus is there. So it wasn't until I moved here and I started my master's that these conversations really started. And then I really started thinking more critically about my racial and ethnic identity.
It's a mixed experience Amber Roberts shared on the page as someone who grew up on Saipan and now lives in California.
I think growing up in a place like Saipan that is a true melting pot, it is really common to see mixed folks. It really is common to see people who come from multi-ethnic households. And so while that was really normalized, I think that it was still difficult for many of us, and me especially, being someone who is Micronesian but also white, that I often was not necessarily accepted into either community fully, based on not only my multi-ethnic background, but also the way that I presented and looked. I was never enough to be Palauan. I was never enough to be white.
Guahan hopes the page serves as a platform for proactive conversations.
From being under the control of various European and Asian powers to now being home to people from all over the world. So I find it important to know our histories and to also celebrate the positive aspects of our culture.
Tomas Manglona for KUAM News.
The KUAM Care Force is an official Giving Tuesday ambassador for Guam, and the Giving Tuesday organization is seeking applicants for its Starling Collective Fellowship.
The Starling Collective is a global learning lab and innovative fellowship for grassroots organizers, activists, artists, and changemakers. The program recognizes, supports, and uplifts the extraordinary leadership arising from within communities to meet needs and provide healing and leadership that is often under-recognized and under-supported. If you have a great idea to increase civic participation in your community, are looking to take your mutual aid or community care effort to the next level, or are working to pursue radical systems of change, then Giving Tuesday wants to hear from you. Giving Tuesdays at Starling Collective welcomes innovators of all backgrounds, ages, locations, and levels of experience, and aims to break down the barriers that often leave diverse voices on the sidelines. They are particularly interested in supporting work in the areas of mobilizing communities, pursuing systemic change, urgent community needs, increasing civic participation, growing movement leadership, mutual aid, and community care networks. The fellowship consists of resources and networking opportunities with leaders from all over the world, and a $2,000 stipend to grow your project or initiative. The deadline to apply is September 1st. Visit www.givingtuesday.org to learn more and apply.
Stay tuned. Next on Weekend Edition, we have the latest Culture Club inductee and still to come sports.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
KUAM News, in partnership with the Guam Visitors Bureau, brings you the Guam Safe and WTTC Safe Travel Certified Program Showcase. Look out for this powerful symbol for visitors, island residents, and industry workers alike, as it represents establishments with a consistent global commitment to safety practices. Stamped with approval by the Guam Visitors Bureau and the World Travel Tourism Council. Every Monday on KUAM News will feature a different local business who's taken the Safe Guam and Safe Travels pledge to maintain health and safety standards to get Guam back on track. Log on to visitguam.com to see how your business can receive the designation, what businesses in our community are Guam Safe certified, and have the WTTC Safe Travel certified.
Welcome back. For this week's Culture Club, we introduce you to Daniel Stone.
Culture Club, brought to you by Hanem.
Hoppaday. My name is Daniel Stone, and I'm a cultural enthusiast. You know, I grew up, my mom's side of the family is like hella from the south. My grandma's from Umatic, my grandpa's from Guahan, and then my dad's side's mom is from Talafofo, and that's where I grew up. And you know, so definitely was exposed to a lot of the culture, but it was kind of like secondhand because I was considered maybe like the white cousin, you know. So I'd hear Chamorro being spoken around me, but never like to me, and just, you know, but I'm a naturally curious person, I think, since I was a kid. And so, you know, there's things that I would want to learn on my own. I remember one time I found a book in my grandma's house that had a whole bunch of like Chamorro legends. And I just went through that, you know, and I was just reading it like, oh, this is cool, you know. When I finally went to Guahan Middle School, I got on my schedule cultural dance, and at first I was like, I'm going to change my schedule, you know, I don't want this. But then the lady in the office told me, like, you know, just go see how it is, and we'll go from there. You know, if you really want to change it, then change it. And went there, and I was like, okay, this is pretty cool, you know, I like this. We're learning language, you know, I'm finally learning words. I've never seen these words before. Another part of Inanagef Pagu was that he was exposing us to all these other cultural artisans and scholars, and that was probably one of the last people who spoke to us was Senor Ed Beneventi. When SKC first opened up, he made us plant these trees in the property and clean up the area, and you know, he told us that the reason why I let you guys do that is because now, you know, that's your tree, you planted that, and now you're responsible for it. And I was like, dang, you know, that was super deep to me at the time, and it still is today. And I think it's a big part of why I do what I do now. Part of my capstone courses for Chamorro studies was taking Chamorro music, and I had Dr. Clement, and what a term that really stuck to me was cultural continuity. And it's basically the concept that like culture doesn't die, it just finds new hubs to live on, you know what I mean? You can light a candle with another candle, and that flame still goes on through those candles, you know? I'm a cultural advocate, but I'm not a cultural activist, you know what I mean? So I guess if I could really say something to whoever wants to listen would be, you know, be a good ambassador for our island and our people, and be good stewards of the land, you know, take care of our home, and don't entertain ignorance or promote ignorance. You know, education is something that everyone can benefit from. I'm Daniel Stone, and I'm a proud member of the KUAM Culture Club.
You can see this and future Culture Club segments on KUAM's digital platforms. Up next, we have sports.
When we face an uncertain path, when we struggle with life's challenges, and when the unexpected happens, it's a beautiful day. We rely on the people we trust, it's a beautiful, who we can always count on. And the ones who give us the most care throughout the years. Rely on Calvo's Select Care to give you the comfort and security you need wherever you are. Calvo's Select Care, healthcare that's always there for you.
Summer is here, and at Cars Plus, we have the perfect Jeep for your summer adventures. Whether you're going off-road or just getting ready to hit the beach down south, make this the summer event you find your Jeep, like the 2021 Jeep Wrangler or the 2021 Jeep Gladiator, equipped with Guam's only lifetime powertrain warranty. Call us at 477-7807 or visit our website at carsplusguam.com to schedule a test drive today. Cars Plus, driven by you.
KUAM Sports Weekend Roundup is brought to you by Gatorade.
Christian CJ Keto and Noah Mueller are the latest standouts from the Guam National Program to move on to play intercollegiate soccer, with both John F. Kennedy High School class of 2021 graduates signing letters of intent to play for the Muskingum University Fighting Muskies beginning this fall. Muskingum University competes in the NCAA Division III Ohio Athletic Conference. Mueller is the co-MVP of the 2021 GDOE ESA All-Island Selection for boys soccer, and Keto is a 2021 first-team All-Island midfielder, both playing for the JFK Islanders. The Islanders finished its 2021 season undefeated for the championship. Both players were also key All-Island players for JFK's championship team during the 2018-2019 school year. Muskingum University will play against Carnegie Mellon University in its first men's soccer match this fall, September 1st, according to the university's athletics website. Keeping with soccer, the Docomo Pacific Soccer Moms League Summer 2021 season came to an end with a pair of matches at the Guam Football Association National Training Center. This past season, Soccer Moms League featured close to 150 players on 7 teams playing weekly for 7 weeks. Participating teams were the Dedido Disasters, Docomo Pacific Docomoms, Guam Shipyard Femme, Fatali, Laddie Strong, Metro Pacific Islander Moms, Queen Cobras, and the Warriors. The league was one of the first to start at GFA, following over a year hiatus due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Tickets for Team Guam's FIBA Asia Cup qualifier versus Chinese Taipei are available at guamtime.net. Seats are limited, so make sure to secure your tickets now. Team Guam will play Thursday, August 26th and Saturday, August 28th at the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse.
Spectators will be required to show proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test within 72 hours, and they'll do temperature checks and other protocols before admissions.
Excellent.
So we're trying to create a really nice, safe environment to watch a major international sporting event in the near future.
After over a year of no organized youth soccer, the Robbie Weber Youth Soccer League will be kicking off on September 11th. A total of 16 club teams will be hitting the pitch this upcoming season. Over 1,500 kids are estimated to be suiting up for their respective clubs.
With the recent rise in numbers for positive cases, we still have to be vigilant, and we don't know if our season may or may not start because of this rise. Like they say, a pebble can change the course of a river. So we will try to stay our course, but hopefully this pebble doesn't change our course.
KFC Youth Basketball Circuit 18 under division Warriors taking on Team Yeezy. 11-8 Warriors with a slim lead after 1 quarter of play. Jacob Miranda with the pass to Xander Sanchez, who drives through the lane in traffic. Tough shot drops in for a Warriors score. Lazama goes right through the lane for the shot off the backboard. Both teams pushing the ball up and down the court, looking for transition buckets. Long outlet pass to Ventura, who finishes it off with the left-handed shot at the rim. Carl Vinca goes baseline with the shot off glass. Kirsten Guzman put up a team-high 13 points for Yeezy. Lazama added 8 points. 3-point shot from the corner is all net. Warriors picked up the win, 54-33. EJ Cruz with the answer, assisted by Josiah Quintanilla. Jumper at the top of the key is money. Cruz with 15 points in his team's win. Trevin 5-star Jones is focused and locked in ahead of UFC Fight Night. Jones has had several opponent changes within the last couple of weeks while out looking for a fight in Vegas.
It's frustrating, but I got a goal, and when you got a goal, it don't matter. I came out here to fight. I trained hard. I prepared hard. So the goal is not even the opponents at this point. It became just to fight and get in there and show off whatever skills I have. And I stayed focused, man, and now I got this fight.
During preparation for each potential opponent, Trevin has had to switch things up in camp. He says switching styles from southpaw to orthodox wasn't anything new. Jones is scheduled to face UFC newcomer Syed Yokub Karamanov, who is coming off a TKO win back in March. Trev's opponent is 8-2 and is on a 2-fight win streak, while his record stands at 13-6.
At this point, I feel he has a late call and I have a late call, so we both have to make that quick adjustment. So that's the only part about it that's fair. At the same time, I've been holding my weight very low. I made weight 3 times already. that's the part that's unfair. But at the same time, we got goals, and we're looking for this goal in my head to overcome everything, and it'll be better in the end.
The plan for Jones is to go out there and perform and do what he does best. Trevin will be looking to make weight for the 4th time as his team kept an eye out for a last-minute fight.
Me and my team, we waited and we did our job. The organization rewarded us for that, and we told them we'll stick around and look for another fight because the goal wasn't just to get rewarded. The goal is to go home with the win. So we want the win, man. We're here for the win, and we stayed here, and we're still looking for that win.
With the fight a few days away, his mind is set on getting the job done and capitalizing on his opportunity.
We're looking to just capitalize off this moment. You know, we only got a couple more days, and the goal is just to capitalize. Go out there, get it done, don't matter how, and, you know, just smile after it's all done, man, because we know that we stuck around and we know we put in all the work and even extra work. So the goal is to capitalize at the end of the whole situation and be proud of ourselves no matter what.
Catch some 2021 preseason NFL football Week 2 games Saturday, August 21st, Kansas City Chiefs at Arizona Cardinals, 10 in the morning, Chamorro Standard Time. Then on Tuesday, August 24th, Jacksonville Jaguars at New Orleans Saints, 10 in the morning, Chamorro Standard Time. Both games on ESPN Docomo Pacific, Channel 34, SD, 601 HD. All the action is live 24/7 on NFL Network, Docomo Pacific, Channel 214, SD, 623 HD.
KUAM Sports Weekend Roundup is brought to you by Gatorade.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Hi, my name is Justine Shu.
Jim Pamplona.
Alexis Sablon. I'm Minami Kramer, and I'm a GTA youth leader.
Because of GTA, I was able to go to Interlaken, a summer music camp over the summer, and I'm very, very grateful for that opportunity.
It helped me pay for my college tuition with a scholarship.
Benefits, including a free phone and a year free service.
If you're someone who wants to inspire others, help others, and become a better person, this is for you.
Become a GTA youth leader today.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of the birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
Obviously, it's the weekend, and obviously it's awesome, so happy birthday on August 21st to Mason Perez. Happy birthday, boy. Your family says we love you so much. Also celebrating a birthday on Saturday, Micah Diego, whose birthday shout-out says, please, Micah, have a safe, blessed birthday. You're getting love and hugs from the whole family. Please enjoy your special day because we love you, Bula. And on Sunday the 22nd, happy birthday to Aisha Rose Perez Ickley. Happy 28th birthday. Blessings to Ish. Love your family. We hope Aisha, Micah, and Mason have fantastic birthdays this weekend.
Remember, you can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online at KUAM.com. Please make sure to include with your photo your name and birthday. That's all the time we have for Weekend Edition. Guahan si Isaiah Uggan. Thanks for watching. Good night.